Welcome back to the channel, and thanks for locking in to another episode. This time, we're traveling straight north from Cape Town up to Namibia. Often overlooked as a top destination, we're here to show you Namibia is an essential stop for those seeking a genuine adventure in the desert or a more relaxed and luxurious stay. When doing research for this trip, I wasn't able to find a ton of helpful information or video content about the arduous drive into the Namib desert, so I decided to make my own. Look at this beauty.
From here you go to the airport. After the airport, C24.
A few quick tips straight off the bat. Firstly, Aaron and I had no cell service through our carrier T-Mobile in Namibia. This is pretty rare nowadays, but on a trip like this where we would be driving ourselves through very remote areas, we picked up a local SIM card which gave us service for most of the drive. With or without a local SIM card, make sure you download the maps for your route on Google Maps or maps.me prior to your trip. It allowed us to drive the route with no service whatsoever with no issues. Sitting on top of our car in the beautiful country of Namibia. We're about 40 minutes out of the capital, Windhoek. The ride from Windhoek to Sossusvlei, which is about 5 hours, and you need a 4x4, or you should have a 4x4. You'll see why in this video. After enjoying a sausage roll or three, first discovered sausage rolls at a delightful shop called Greg's in the United Kingdom, my life was forever changed. We set off into the Namib desert. The road on the main route south is paved until about 30 minutes out of Windhoek, where you hit dirt and gravel for the next 4 hours or so. There's some ongoing road construction and the quality varies greatly, but I was going between 60 and 75 miles an hour for most of the drive, and that was without engaging the four-wheel drive. Reporting live from the Namib desert. Just kidding. So we are rolling through the Namib desert on our way to Sossusvlei. Other than the sort of peaks and valleys of these roads where your brain has to like process what's ahead of you before you can either step on it or take your foot off the gas, it hasn't really been too bad. And the coolest part is it looks almost exactly like Arizona out here. So hopefully my parents, Keith and Julie, are watching this and can appreciate that. Halfway into the drive into the Namib desert, and things are going well. We're gonna get the truck, Aaron. Big old pickup truck. Maybe not big, but definitely a pickup truck. There are a lot of cool places to stop for photos, and you'll frequently go 30 minutes without passing a single other car on this drive. All in all, the information I did find online prior to made this drive sound quite a bit more treacherous than I found it to be. So Erin was talking about how much she loves these little shady rest stops, so we pulled over to take a little photo at one. There she is. And the Namib desert all around us. Very cool. Say something.
Something.
You know. As the 5-hour drive neared its end, our hotel, Mirage Desert Lodge and Spa, seemingly rose out of the sand like an actual mirage in front of us. A 2023 TripAdvisor Traveler's Choice Award winner, this medieval-looking castle set in a Moroccan style in the middle of the desert is stunning to behold. Complete with multiple structures that hold 30 or so rooms, including some with jacuzzis and optional open-air sleeping areas, this property also has a full-service spa, pool, and other activities like four-wheeling to keep you entertained, which we'll get into. We felt incredibly welcomed on arrival as we rushed up to check out our room. We opted for a fairly standard room considering what is available, but each one comes with breathtaking views of the desert for as far as the eye can see, and it really contributes to your feeling of solitude in the best way. To wind down after a long day in the car, we made our way to the pool to relax for a bit before dinner. If you choose, your dinner can be served outdoors in this beautiful garden space next to the restaurant. It's a great way to still enjoy the grounds if you weren't able to brave the heat of the day. Also, with desert sunsets like this to marvel at, there's no better spot to be as the sun goes down on another day here in Namibia. The next day we jumped back in the truck and made our way to the world famous Sossusvlei. Sossusvlei, which means dead-end marsh in a mix of the Afrikaans and local Nama languages, is essentially a massive dry lake bed and salt flat surrounded by gigantic sand dunes within the Namib National Park. The draw here is witnessing and trekking terrains that you have never seen before. This park will really trip you out and make you feel like you're traveling around Mars. Like the rest of Namibia, it is incredibly sparsely populated as far as tourists, and the way the sun plays off of the surrounding mountains and dunes is truly spectacular as you drive around.
So John and I are driving through Sossusvlei. We're driving through what appears to be Mars, but is actually the Namibian desert. We are on our way to Deadvlei to see the crazy trees that are apparently dead. And right in front of me are some crazy dunes, and it is pretty remarkably empty out here and would be a very bad place to get lost, but thankfully we are together, we have food, we have snacks. So far we've seen quite a few animals just in the few minutes that we've been here. We've seen some oryx, we've seen some springboks, we've seen ostriches, and I am currently sitting next to the craziest animal that there is.
Yeah, this is really easy driving. They capped the speed limit at 60, so obviously I'm going 70. Like to live dangerous.
So dangerous, John.
You got the 4x4. So we're driving to Deadvlei, and this last like 5 kilometers is on this like, sandy road, which if you're hitting it with some speed, it's not too bad, but as soon as we drove in, there was a truck that was already stuck there. But it's not really that intimidating just because it's not a very isolated road. Again, this is like the last 5 kilometers of this road, and get some traction here. As you can see, a 4-wheel drive vehicle is a must once you get near Deadvlei within the park. We saw someone being towed out of the sand as we pulled in, and even got stuck ourselves before I flipped on the 4-wheel drive. There's about a 30-minute walk from the spot you park your vehicle to Deadvlei itself. Unfortunately, the wind prevented most of what I was trying to say here, but basically, we're excited to be nearing Deadvlei. Not bad. If you are an Afrikaans expert at this point, you'll know that Deadvlei means dead marsh. As the climate dried up here around 900 years ago, sand dunes surrounding Deadvlei cut this spot off from the river. This caused these camel thorn trees to become so dry so quickly that they didn't even decompose and rot as you normally see in nature, but rather the intense sun scorched them black. Coupled with the dry, cracked ground you walk upon as you make your way around this area, these trees contribute even more to your feeling that you're experiencing a distant planet. Deadvlei is one of these places that takes a lot of effort to get to, which makes the reward of seeing it firsthand even more special. Not done exploring Sossusvlei's treasures, we made our way back towards the entrance to the park to stop by some of the tallest sand dunes in the world. This is as far as I got up Dune 45 before nearly having a panic attack, so please enjoy some footage of someone else climbing it. These dunes reach up to 1,300 feet and are made up of 5 million year old sand from the Orange River and the nearby Kalahari Desert. What's so crazy out here is that there is like nobody here in this park. You'll see a car like every 20 minutes. So I'm just walking down this highway here, catching back up with Erin after she finished that B-roll shot. But just walking down, middle of the highway, no worries. As we tapped out on Sossusvlei and made our way back to Lake Mirage, we prepared to head right back into a different part of the Namib desert with a different mode of transport. Lake Mirage has ATVs on site, which you can take out with a guide for morning or sunset drives. This proved to be a really enjoyable and unique way to see even more of this landscape, and I was really proud of Erin for conquering a bit of fear and getting out on the quad bikes. Not a bad way to end our stay at Lake Mirage. Thanks so much as always for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe to see more. Our next stops on the Southern Africa tour are a safari at Kruger National Park and a quick visit to the Kingdom of Eswatini. You won't want to miss it.